Everyone may be seated. Let the record reflect that we're back in session, cause number 327957. Case is filed State of Texas versus Pamela Neal. We have Ms. Neal present in court with her attorney, Mr. John West. We have the state is present with assistant district attorneys, Attorney Blake Ham and Attorney Ray Shearer. Let the record also reflect that the jury is also present in the courtroom. Mr. Ham, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state calls Beaumont Police Officer Stuart Henley.
Would you please state your full name?
Officer Stuart Hanley.
Okay, Mr. Hanley. Well, Officer Hanley, would you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Officer Hanley, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, you may put your hand out. You can take the witness stand and adjust the seat in the mic. Ms. Ham, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Henley.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. I know you've been testifying in other matters as well, so thanks for taking the time to be here and do that.
Yes, sir.
So you know why we're in this court today?
I do.
Okay. And it's a DWI trouble, right?
Correct.
Okay. It occurred, the whole incident occurred on or around July 29th, 2020.
Yes,
And you recognize the defendant in this case?
I do.
Okay, could you point to her and identify her by article of clothing?
In this deal in the light blue camera suit jacket. She's
Thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect Officer Hanley is identified.
The record will so reflect.
In this, alleged drunk driving incident occurred here in Beaumont, right?
correct. Yes,
And
sir.
that's in Jefferson County, Texas?
Correct.
Thank you. Okay, Officer Hanley, if you could just take a brief minute, introduce yourself to the members of the jury, let them know how long you've been with the force.
Yeah, I'm Stuart Hanley with the Beaumont Police Department. Hired on back in 2004, so it'll be roughly 18 years in May. I've been working some capacity with the Beaumont Police Department.
And we were talking before you came in today, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And when's the last time you conducted a DWI investigation?
September of 2008.
So in this particular incident, we've seen that you called Officer Garcia for assistance in this case.
That's correct.
And why did you do that?
Well, just the familiarity with the SFT, the standard field sobriety testing. In years since I've done so, I've gone through the school, but it's been so long, I just wasn't comfortable with proceeding with that. I know a lot of the paperwork is similar with the processes of going through to do DWI. I'm just not familiar with getting the warrants and everything else.
I'm having a hard time hearing him.
Okay, could you speak up?
Okay, is the letter? Okay. So yeah, I felt more comfortable having somebody that was more familiar with the process of assisting with that.
Okay, so you felt better having Officer Garcia, who was more recently trained on DWIs, to come investigate a DWI.
That is correct.
Okay. But why did you feel like you needed someone to investigate a DWI matter?
When I arrived on the scene, I observed Miss Neal behind the seat of an older Suburban. Looked like she was either sleeping or possibly passed out behind the wheel. Whenever she came to, her eyes were real heavy, seemed groggy, speech was slurred whenever she got out of the Suburban. She was kind of unsteady on her feet. She was kind of wobbling to and fro, stumbling as she was walking. It was kind of hard to understand her sometimes. She was slurring her speech a little bit.
Okay. So that's why you called for a DWI investigator.
Yes, sir. I believe she was impaired at that point.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, you may.
We're on 3. Yes. Officer Hanley, I'm handing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 3.
Okay.
Can you tell me what this is?
It's my dash cam footage from my patrol vehicle.
Okay, is the dash cam, is that the camera in the front of the vehicle?
Correct, facing forward.
Okay. Have you reviewed this footage?
I have, yes, sir.
Okay. Does it fairly and accurately depict the events that transpired in this case?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, call for State's Exhibit number 3.
No objection.
Okay, no objection. State's exhibit number 3 is admitted.
Officer Hanley, I'm handing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 4. Can you tell me what that is?
Thumb drive for my body cam that I wear on my person.
Is that the body cam footage from this incident?
Yes, sir.
Have you reviewed it?
I have.
And do the events on that footage fairly and accurately depict the events that transpired that day?
They do.
Your Honor, offer State's Exhibit number 4.
No objection.
Okay, no objections. State's exhibit 4 is admitted.
Officer Hanley, I'm handing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 5. What is this?
Labeled my backseat camera facing the backseat of my patrol vehicle.
Okay, so this is a camera that faces the back seat of your vehicle.
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay, and have you reviewed that footage?
I have.
Okay, and does the footage on that accurately depict the events that transpired that day? Fairly and accurately depict the events that transpired that day?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, offer State's Exhibit number 5.
No objection.
No objection. State's exhibit number 5 is admitted.
Your Honor, request permission to publish State's Exhibit number 3 to the jury.
Third, you may publish it.
Thank you, Your Honor. So again, Officer Hanley, this is the camera that's obviously on the dash of your car, right?
Yes, sir, correct.
So Officer Hanley, what are we looking at here?
The driver's side of the blue Suburban, Chevy Suburban, I believe, or GMC, with Miss Mill in the driver's seat.
Okay, and again, you arrived prior to Officer Garcia, right?
That is correct, yes, sir.
So what are you doing at this point?
Speaking with the gentleman, I don't recall his name, to get out of the passenger seat, about what was going on, just trying to ascertain what happened. I was dispatched there for Iraq, and the Suburban, and you can see the burgundy or the marina red truck there. The Suburban had crashed into the back right quarter panel, I believe, of that truck there. That's what I was there initially to investigate.
Do you recall who this other gentleman in the red shirt is that you're talking to now?
The one that's standing to my left there?
Yes, the one that's standing next to you.
I believe he was there performing maintenance at the apartment complex, and that was his vehicle, the truck, the red truck that's there.
Okay, thank you. You know who these people are?
That's my recollection. I believe that they were family members of the owner of the Suburban. To the
Okay.
best of my knowledge, I don't remember names or any of that.
So maybe it was the owner of the Suburban.
Yeah, it could possibly been somebody that lives at the other side of the apartment complex that would be behind my vehicle there.
Okay, thank you.
working with us before they got out there store and he stepped in to make sure they were qualified.
So, we just saw Miss Neal exit the vehicle, right?
Okay,
Did you ask her to exit the vehicle? You were,
no, I did not.
okay. Your Honor, request permission to publish, I'm not going to publish the entire video there. Request permission to publish State's Exhibit 4. Thank you.
You have permission.
Thank you. So this is your body cam footage, right?
That's correct.
What's going on?
So that was then, I was trying to turn the wheel of the stand.
What's wrong with her?
She tired, but he,
So whose truck is that?
oh boy, he snatched your keys. He snatched the keys out of.
Parker's in it.
So you asked what's wrong with her, and what did that gentleman say?
Something about the heat, I could barely understand what he was saying.
Okay.
Because the heat, I think is what he said.
I don't know, because she's messing up like a soup sandwich right now. You're telling you?
Yes, sir.
What happened? Was it your park?
Okay. You made a comment, right? What was it?
She appeared to be messed up like a soup sandwich.
Why would you say that?
She seemed to be intoxicated and impaired in some way, but slang form of being drunk or intoxicated and impaired.
I understand. And you did have to call Officer Garcia to come help with the DWI investigation, right?
That is correct.
But as of this point, you've been an officer on the police force since when?
This was 2020, so 16, 17, going to 17 years.
And during the course of your time as a police officer with the Beaumont Police Department, those 16 or 17 years, you had experience with intoxicated people?
I have.
Okay. Have you had experience with people who are intoxicated on prescription drugs?
Yes, sir.
And what are you looking for, or what jumps out to you as to why this point in time, she might have been intoxicated.
Just not your normal use of faculties, mental or physical. Heavy eyes, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, lethargic.
Yeah, but in this particular case, is what I'm asking.
Oh,
We're talking
yeah,
about,
just-
talking about you walked up to the car and you looked in the car and you asked, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, she seemed either, like I said, asleep. Sorry about that. Flashlight fell off. Lethargic, passed out. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or, passed out. And I think it's hard to see on my body cam, but I think she was kind of coming to as I was talking to the other gentleman. Just like a heavy head. I don't know how to describe that. Just the eyes were real heavy.
I think I understand.
Okay,
All right, thank you, Officer.
yes.
Yeah, we work there, coming out of, working, you know what I'm saying? So they were trying, I snatched a key, but she was trying to pull it off. And, we did that, you know what I'm saying? She just slammed into my throat. She just slammed into my throat.
Yeah, this is my uncle's wife.
What's wrong with her? She don't got all the time, she just, I didn't explain her condition right now. Messed up like a sick sandwich, you're not that far off.
Nah, she was high.
High or high?
She was
Hot?
She was high.
This, I don't know where this shit. I'll give it to him. See, I'll chill over there, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with these two, and,
I could drive.
this is your deal?
I'm not driving. You're not going there.
Ain't nobody going nowhere, nowhere.
Who's your husband? What? That's not gonna happen.
You're not gonna drive this truck. I'm telling you that right now, you're not driving.
Hey, real quick, so you got an ID or driver's license?
I love,
You got a driver's license already on? So I don't doubt that.
I said, she was just tired.
Your son done changed 3 motherfucking times.
She
Your
was.
son done changed 3 motherfucking times. When you look at the truck, I know the line still up, so.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. No, I'm trying to hear it.
I don't believe you.
Thank you. Just over there. Don't scare them, huh? I'll tell her going. What's your first name, bud?
Ronnie, man.
Ron? Is it short for Ron or is it Ron? What's your last name? Spell Morris. M what? What's your date of birth, Ron? What was the gap that you were that? What's your date of birth? What's your address, Ron? Where's Holland?
Yeah.
What's the address again?
765.
765 Island Road. You have an ID or driver's license?
I got a driver license, but it ain't with me.
Oh, you got, she was the one driving. You got a driver's license? Yep, chill out. Yeah. So what's your relationship? My sister's staying here. Is that your sister? No, that's not my sister. That's my niece. Okay.
Brother-in-law, was my ex-brother-in-law because my sister, she got, over 30 years. So my niggas got married a few years ago, about whatever. This girl is for fractional tax rate.
She was almost passed out behind the wheel when I walked up. He's a passenger. Maintenance guys are not working. I guess they fire in the car. What's his name? He said Ron. Was that his name, Ron? That's what he said. He said, yeah, we're working for him. We try to be in touch with them. Okay. Just chill right here. Neil, was your last name?
Yes, sir.
N-E-A-L?
N-E-A-L.
Pamela?
Yes, sir.
What's your address, Pamela?
1071.
What's your address?
2370 Avenue A, Vermont, 77705.
777 what?
777.
05?
Yes, sir.
So what happened?
Where?
What happened?
Where?
Here.
Out sleeping.
You were sleeping in the back seat,
Yes, sir.
and then what?
I didn't eat back. I was tired. I was on.
So who was driving?
Sir, I was in the back.
You were in the back.
Yes, sir. I was
Why didn't you get up in the front seat?
I know when you stopped. I was in the back.
So who was driving?
It's fine.
Watch it for a second. Who was driving? So that she found, yeah, she's trying to tell me now she was in the back seat. No, front seat.
You was this.
Just a few minutes ago.
Hey, do me a favor. I'm sure
All right, I'm about to go. I'm about to go.
You good?
Your parents, I'm trying to turn with you.
So about how long after this was it before Officer Garcia got there?
It would be just a rough guess, maybe 20 minutes, 30
20 minutes?
Yeah, roughly.
And what happened while you're waiting for Officer Garcia to arrive?
At some point, I walk up to check to see if the power steering was working. Power steering is working, the steering wheel was really loose. Starts pouring down rain. We get up out of the rain underneath the second floor porch, if you want an awning, to get out of the weather because it started pouring down. And then we continued talking and trying to ascertain what was going on while we waited for Officer Garcia to arrive.
And I just let you know, we watched Officer Garcia's body cam.
Okay.
So at some point, you and Officer Garcia go your separate ways,
Yes,
right? And you transport Miss Neal
I did.
to the hospital.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Which hospital?
Baptist.
Baptist. And so we're gonna fast forward through this. I think your body cam has some of that.
Okay.
Down. Yeah, bro. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're about to. I'll get out, I gotta fix these. Come on, man. I know you're stuck, huh? Yeah. You got all tangled up.
Turn around and fix those cuts, all right?
So, she was asleep when you got there, right?
Yes,
And you asked her, how'd you do that?
correct.
What were you talking about?
She slipped her cuffs and got her hands in front of her.
Okay. And so now you're just gonna reapply the cut.
Correct, yeah, just put it back and put her hands back behind her back.
Did you catch what she just told you?
She takes Seroquel. And then makes me something I couldn't tell if she finished the sentence or not.
Okay.
All right, this way, thank you. Clearance for jail. That's all I need.
So you just said, I just need her to get medically cleared to take her to jail, right?
Yes, sir.
First name is Pamela, last name is Morris, Morris. Sorry? Just clearance for the jail. She was involved in a wreck. Date of birth 11/31/85. 31/85. Yes, she was a driver. Suburban.
Caught myself.
Just to be clear, regardless of what you said there, the defendant in this case is the same person in the video.
That's correct. Yeah, I was actually giving the name of the gentleman that was in the passenger seat. I called that I gave the last name, his last name, and I think it was his date of birth.
Okay. All right.
So it's not really-
She pulled out of the parking lot and pulled forward in her car. So it walking speeds in a parking lot. She told me more. I'm sorry. Neil, yeah, sorry. I gave her the wrong name. Pamela is the first name, Neil, Neal. And her date of birth. Yes, 10/30/71. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong person. 10/30/71. Yes, ma'am. Correct. That's the last one.
Okay, so while you're in the hospital, do the doctors evaluate her?
They do.
Do they medically clear her to go to jail?
Yes.
Do they feed her a meal?
Yeah, sandwich or something, apple juice maybe.
All right, we'll fast forward through some of it.
There you go. Okay, stand up for me. Huh? Bring you to the jail. Here, stand up. Here. There you go. Come on. Come on, Pam, stand up. Yeah, you got to. I said I got to. Yeah. No, you're under arrest. Suspicion of drunk or intoxicated. Driving while intoxicated. That's the word. You don't have to be drinking to be intoxicated. Oh, you called me, okay. Gotcha, I got you. All right, man, come on, girl.
Oh, sorry, yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Driving while intoxicated.
I am not
Appreciate it.
intoxicated.
No, no,
I'm
no.
on the tax. The judge has told.
Did you make out what she told you there?
I am not intoxicated. I'm on my medication.
I hate these stupid doors. Okay, appreciate it. Thanks, man.
I'm going home now.
Nope.
I'm going to see her.
Yeah. I believe so.
I'm going to sorry, sir.
You're what, you're in church?
I'm sorry, sir.
I already told you.
I'm on drugs. I took my medicine.
Did you make out what she told you then?
I can't tell what she said right before or after she said I'm on drugs.
But she said I'm on drugs.
Yes.
31 medications?
31, what's down here? I'm
I
on.
believe you. I just didn't.
How many medications did she tell you she was on?
31.
I'm gonna let him so much of that, but he gonna tell you, take me out of his job.
Okay.
So
Okay, and at this point, where are you transporting Miss Neal?
To the Jefferson County Jail.
And did you meet Officer Garcia there?
Yes, I did.
Were you there when nurses attempted to draw blood?
I did. It was whatever room there in the little medical room. So
Were they able to successfully draw blood from Miss Neal?
they were not.
No. Your Honor, request permission to publish State's Exhibit 5.
You may publish State's Exhibit number 5.
Thank you. Officer Hand, what is this? What are we looking at?
The rear seat of my patrol vehicle.
So this is your back seat camera.
Yes, sir.
And at this point, you're having Miss Neal enter the backseat of your vehicle from the scene of the accident, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was from the hospital or if this was from this.
So let's just watch a little more and see if you can
Okay.
tell.
Oh, I hear myself talking. I think Officer Garcia, this is from the scene of the crash. This is from the scene of the crash, the apartment complex, because I could overhear myself talking with Officer Garcia.
Okay, so this is, you
On
just
the
put
way
her
to getting ready to go to the hospital, yes.
going from the accident to the hospital.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. And that's how you found her when you got to the hospital, right?
Yes.
Passed out and she slipped the cuffs. So to be clear, you and Officer Garcia had arrested the defendant for driving while intoxicated,
That's correct.
and she went to sleep.
Yes.
Mr. West?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, officer. If you don't understand one of my questions, let me know. I don't have a whole lot of questions for you, but first one, when you arrived, she was in the vehicle, correct?
Yes, the
Correct.
driver's seat.
But you did not see her driving the car or operating a motor vehicle, did you?
I did.
And you stated, at least in your report, that she had slurred speech. That was one of the things that caught your attention, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Have you ever talked to her before this incident?
I had not.
So you don't know if that's normal speech for her, do you?
Correct.
That's what.
Mr.
Any
Ham?
other questions, Your Honor?
Okay, Mr. Ham, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. West? Okay. At this time, officer, is that Hanley?
Yes, sir.
You are excused. Follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Your Honor, state road.
Mr. West?
Defense rests.
Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're gonna break for the day. The court has to prepare what is called a charge. And it'll take us some time to prepare the charge. And so we will ask that you come back on tomorrow at 1:30. Okay, and just do like you did today, just wait in the hallway. And then when we are ready, the bailiff will come get you. So at this time, the court will be in recess and you're excused for the day, and y'all have a blessed day. Okay, court will be in recess. Okay.